seriously.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Well, that's a good thing.
You scared me.
See, I can tell you stories like that too about my last job I left. Yeah, that got delayed too. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Big Talk with Bruce Dickey right here on Wabash Catch TV. Thank you so much. Look who's here. He's back. It's Mr. Len Wells, Leonard Sue Wells.
Leonard Sue, that's right.
We are going to talk about a wide. Get this out of this. You got that in the shop.
Placement.
What are you doing?
Product placement.
It's water.
Well, it's still. Thank you. I'm sorry. Was that mine? How many did you get me? 4? You think I'm?
No, that was mine.
Yeah, you ding dong.
Well, it's my fault.
It is.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. I'm thrown off by the chair.
I know you got a brand new chair. It's elegant. It's leather.
It is beautiful.
Fine Corinthian.
Beautiful new chair. And
Fine Corinthian leather.
I have no idea where it came from.
It's a miracle.
Nobody told me.
You've been in this place in this office right here for 2.5 hours, and you just now noticed it.
I have. That's exactly right. I just went over here. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Big Talk with Bruce Dickey here on this gorgeous Thursday, January 13th. It's a wonderful morning. Mm-hmm. We hope you are having a nice day yesterday, into the 50s yesterday.
Oh, goodness, yes. A little windy.
A little cooler today, but it's...
I'd back off on the Great Northern Beans. It wouldn't be so windy.
You realize that last week, I think it was Thursday, was a week ago today, as a matter of fact, was World Bean Day.
Oh, I wish I'd known.
National World, they celebrated
legumes,
30,000 different varieties of legumes.
I only like 1 or 2.
Which ones?
I like your Great Northern and your Navy pea.
Great Northern, that's the ham and beans one, right?
You bet it is. I got the best ham and bean recipe in North America. My recipe. And I'll share it with your viewers. Be happy to.
Do it.
Right now?
Right now. I'd love to hear.
Okay,
because the only reason I'm asking you to do it.
You don't have anything to talk about. That's why.
Well, no, I have plenty to talk about. I've got all kinds of stuff to talk about. I just don't like ham and beans.
Oh, I love ham and beans.
So I would love to have. I'd love to hear a good recipe for ham.
First thing you do is you take a pot. I'm talking about.
All right, now I'm out.
Not that kind of pot.
I'm out too.
I'm talking about one of these earthenware things, and I'm trying to think what they're called. Anyway, it's a pot with a lid. It's not something. It's something you put in the oven.
Yes.
It's not a stovetop pot. Okay, so it's a
steamer.
Not earthenware thing like I can't think of the brand name. Pampered Chef is one of the brands. Right. I think that's what I've got. But anyway, it's kind of like clay or whatever like that. So that's what I start with. First thing you do is get a pound of Great Northern beans. 1 pound. Dry beans. Don't soak them. Don't wash them. Don't do anything with them. Okay? Just pound of beans.
Pound of beans. Bag of beans.
Then I take a sweet onion, as they say in Wayne County, Vandalia. Get you a Vandalia onion. And of course, don't cut it up. Don't slice it. Just peel it. Set that onion in the center of that pot. Okay. Sit it right there.
Okay.
Pour those dry beans on top of it. Okay. Just pour it in the pot. Pour the dry beans. Then you take your ham, however much ham you like. I usually buy just a ham slice. You can buy an individual ham slice.
Okay.
Cut it into cubes. Throw that in there. And then fill that up with water till almost to cover up the onion, okay?
Okay.
That's a lot of water.
Right to the top of the onion.
Salt, pepper, lid, oven, 300 degrees for 4 hours, period. Best ham and beans you've ever had in your life. They're not boiled on a stove. They're baked in the oven.
What happens to the onion?
It just oozes the flavor throughout the beans, and you can either eat the onion after it's cooked, or you can pitch it because it's mainly for flavor.
Yeah.
But my wife, for example, she likes the onion. She always wants a chunk of the onion with her ham.
Well, do you cut it? I mean,
no. Oh, you mean after it's baked?
Yeah, after it's baked.
Yeah, you can take a chunk of it if you want and put it in.
I didn't know if that's what I was asking. Is the onion still there after?
Oh, absolutely. It's just mush. It's got really it's really cooked down. Oh, right. It hasn't disintegrated, but it's cooked down. It's the best ham and beans you ever had in your life. Simple, 300 degrees, oven, 4 hours. Don't look at it. Don't open the lid. Don't do nothing.
I love the thought.
Oh, it's great.
Those are ham and beans that I think I could try.
Oh, yeah. And I cook all the windy out of them, I think, pretty much. I don't know.
I'm not sure that could happen.
Well, if you cook it long enough.
Well, I bet that's not true either. But what is going on today? Actually, ongoing. There's not much going on here on Thursday, January 13th. I looked all over the place and can't.
There's not?
No. The only things I could really find were ongoing stuff about Deputy Riley, and we're going to talk about him.
Yeah, there's been some fantastic and amazing fundraisers for that family.
Oh, it's amazing.
And here's the thing, Bruce. You could raise $1 million for that family, and it's just not going to replace him.
No.
And it's just a tragic, terrible, sad situation.
Well, for instance, here's a well-known local artist, Caleb Shelby, raffling off a large 24 by 48 oil painting coyote, framed and ready to hang. It's you can buy spots for raffle spots are $10 a piece, with an unlimited number of spots available, and you can use Facebook Pay, all kinds of stuff, Venmo, Cash App.
How nice.
The raffle closes at noon. Actually, that was last week. I should have taken that.
Way to go, Bruce.
But all proceeds there were donated to the family. JW's Saloon.
Where's that?
Out on Highway 15 East. You've never been?
Oh, that, yeah. I've never been there.
Clyde's Corner.
Yeah, I've been there. I mean, I know where you're talking about. I've never been there.
They have a donation jar. They're going to match the first $1,000 in donations.
Gosh.
I know that the Sisney, the Dog Pound Lounge and All-Star Package, they are matching. They've got a big bucket. They're taking donations, and they're going to match.
How awesome.
Dollar for dollar on that. There's just all kinds of different things that folks are doing. But that's really all I had to talk about. I do have national days today. This is...
which one are we...
we're starting with National Peach Melba.
Did you know I used to date her, Peach Melba?
This is actually a real person.
Peach Melba?
Peach Melba is a real person.
And where does she live? Did she work down?
She's no longer.
Didn't she used to work down to Plant?
No. She is. She was an Australian soprano opera. So there you go. The opera singer, Peach Melba. Melba.
You made that up.
No, I'm not making it up.
You had to have made that up.
Nellie Melba was her name. No, she's got two things named after her:
Toast and
peaches.
What about peaches and herb?
That's
another deal altogether.
Another dessert. This was from an
Peach
internationally
Melba.
famous chef. National Peach Melba Day offers a refreshing celebration on January 13th each year. French chef Auguste Escoffier.
He used to work down to Plant.
Invented the elegant dessert back in 1892 or 1893.
Peaches?
He created a dessert with peaches.
That's good.
Vanilla ice cream and a raspberry sauce.
Raspberry sauce.
Employed
That sounds
at
good.
the Savoy Hotel. So you can see the raspberry there on that one.
If you pour just a little bit of dark rum on top of that, you got you a hit then.
I think they must have them a hit already. There you go. You can. There are recordings of Nellie Melba, so you can listen to her while you're making a peach Melba. You think I'm lying?
You made that up.
I am not making that
Ladies
up.
and gentlemen, put your hands together. Put your cans together for Miss Peach Melba.
It's showtime.
Bring them all out.
Bring them all out. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. What else is today? This is clearly a celebratory day. January 13th is National Rubber Ducky Day.
Boy, they just come up with anything for anything.
The 1973 Sesame Street calendar, Rubber Ducky's birthday is January 13th.
Wasn't there a song, Rubber Ducky, you're the one?
There you go. He's a friend of Ernie and Big Bird. Ducky made his debut in a February 1970 episode. The Rubber Ducky has come a long way from its first concept as a chew toy for children.
Oh.
But while the origin of the first Rubber Ducky is uncertain, many rubber molded toys came out when rubber manufacturing developed in the late 1800s.
Do you still have rubber duckies when you take a bath?
It's been a long time since I took a bath. So
it's been a long time since I took a bath either.
No, I don't have.
The last bath I took was at Hot Springs, Arkansas.
Really?
At the hotel, one of the hotels, one of the spas.
How about that?
Yeah, that was interesting.
This is also, ladies and gentlemen, National Pizza. I'm going to bring up rubber duckies again here in a minute.
I'd hope so.
I've got
Put a rubber ducky on your pizza.
that would probably not be very good.
It would look nice, though.
This is Pizza Week. It's the second Sunday in January, so we are in the middle of it. Have you been eating any pizza?
I eat pizza every Sunday evening.
Really?
That's my pizza evening. It's Sunday.
What do you? What's the
pepperoni and sausage?
Where do you have it from?
A lot of times it's from a fine pizzeria called Tombstone.
Tombstone's a good one. But where you live, you're closer down there to
DiMaggio.
Well, yeah, I mean,
Classic.
I'm talking about you're closer down to like North City.
Oh yeah, you got
go to
Mimo's. Oh yeah,
yeah.
They got great salads there too. By the way.
Really? I haven't enjoyed their salad. Did you know?
I did not.
Each day, how much pizza do Americans eat?
Are we talking about tonnage or what?
We're talking about acreage.
Acreage.
How
much a week?
A day.
A day.
How many acres of pizza are eaten in the United States?
I'm going to go with 160.
That is pretty good. 100.
Wow, 100 acres of pizza.
100 acres of pizza a day, so that makes 700 a week, right?
Yeah.
So that makes basically a square mile of pizza every week.
Amazing.
So you're looking over the course of a year, you're looking at pizza the size of Clay County.
That's a lot of pizza.
Wouldn't that be?
A lot of pizza sauce. A lot of cheese.
360 square, 300, let's say, no, that wouldn't be that many, 50 square miles.
So if you eat pizza, what's your favorite? Not brand, but what toppings?
Sausage and pepperoni.
That's me, yeah. Sausage and pepper. And mushrooms, too. I love mushrooms.
Yeah, that's the way to go. The biggest day for pizza sales in the world?
Super Bowl Sunday.
Super Bowl Sunday, exactly right. You looked down.
No, I didn't. That was a guess.
Cheat and jerk. Unbelievable.
What do you think I am, Bill Belichick? Or what? Glad to see he lost the other night. Did I say
they're still in.
I don't care what they are.
They're still in it.
Cheating Bill Belichick.
They're still in it.
In a wild card situation.
Well, a wild card. Yeah, they've got to go to play. They're going to play up at Buffalo. We going to get your picks on the?
No. See, I don't even know when the Super Bowl is. February, or is it still in January?
No, it's February 13th.
That's too late.
It's February.
They keep pushing it back. Next thing you know, they'll be playing baseball while they're still doing football. Right? They'll be doing spring training.
Actually, do that every year.
No, they do.
They've been doing that every year for the last 70 years.
Really?
80 years. Baseball has finished in mid-October since. Well, now it's finishing in November, but it's finished in mid-October since 1903.
But the two they shouldn't overlap. I don't think. That's just me. What do I know? And we're still playing basketball too, aren't we?
And hockey.
It's confusing. I'm lost.
What's on television tonight, ladies and gentlemen? What do you want to see on TV? High school basketball tonight. Ooh. We have a big one. It is Edwards County Lady Lions at Fairfield Lady Mules. Lady Mules are playing pretty good ball right
Great.
So that'll be right here on this channel, Wabash Catch TV, channel 100. NCAA basketball, a bunch of games to tell you about. Quadruple 4 games on Fox Sports 1.
Oh, my gosh.
I'll tell you about Channel 610. Seton Hall's at DePaul. Butler at Georgetown. The big one, though, Indiana at Iowa. And then Colorado is Arizona. So you can turn to Channel 610 at 4 p.m. Leave it there all night long.
Wow.
Then, if you like, also ESPN2 has Ohio State at number 13, Wisconsin. Number 16, Ohio State. It's a couple of ranked teams, and that'll be followed up by BYU at Gonzaga.
Brigham Young, is that right?
That is exciting.
Thank you. Did you know Seton Hall is also the name of a nursing home in Evansville?
No, I didn't.
Yeah. And I'm not sure that's where they get their players, but
is it of the Catholic persuasion?
It is
as well.
It is. Yeah.
Is it really?
It's on the St. Mary's campus, which is now Ascension. It's on the St. Mary's campus.
I had no idea.
On Washington.
I figured it'd have to be
Seton Hall. Sister Mary Holy Water Seton Hall.
There you go. Well,
Sister Seton. There's also a Seton that has a used car dealership in Mount Carmel. But that's a whole different story.
You know Seton Snidel from Albion.
Oh, of course.
Seton's a nice guy.
Yeah.
Why do you say those things about him like you do?
I don't know. He's a nice guy.
If you want something more local.
But wait, there's
at
more.
8 o'clock, ESPN
Thursday night. Thursday night.
Tonight, Thursday night.
What do we got?
SIUE.
Edwardsville. Yeah.
At Charleston. Eastern.
Wow.
Eastern Illinois University.
Eastern's got a pretty good squad, don't they?
Well, they're in a rebuilding mode right now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so that'll be channel 642. That'll be followed by Oregon State at number 5 USC. USC got beat Tuesday night.
Hasn't Eastern turned out a one or two good NFL players over the years?
And pro basketball.
Oh, really?
Kevin Duckworth.
Kevin Duckworth.
Is he
in relation to Bob Duckworth, who used to be the sheriff of White County?
Not at all.
Okay.
Not at all. Maybe several generations back, if you get my drift.
I see where you're going.
NBA basketball tonight at 6:30. It's a doubleheader on TNT. Golden State at Milwaukee, followed by Portland at Denver, and NHL.
National Hockey League.
Bally Sports Midwest at 7 o'clock tonight. The Seattle Kraken making their first appearance. Seattle Kraken.
Oh, as in the sea monster,
sea monster, or something like that is going to be in St. Louis. There you go.
That's what I do with pecans. I pick up pecans and I crack them.
That's Len Wells. I'm Bruce Dickey. We're going to be back here in just a moment. You're watching Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Back in a sec.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Le Mans Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Le Mans always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at lemansonline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
Briscoe Surplus Sales on the northeast edge of Flora is your one-stop do-it-all shop. Looking for rugged boots and footwear from great brands like Lacrosse, Rocky, and Carolina? They're there. How about top-notch small engine parts and service? Briscoe Surplus Sales has it. Whether you're wiring your switches or switching your wiring, Briscoe Surplus Sales has the solution and the know-how to help you get the job done right the first time. Briscoe Surplus Sales, your one-stop do-it-all shop.
At Clay City Banking Company, we're all on the same team, regardless of zip code. At home, work, school, or across the country, you can be part of our team with our cutting-edge mobile banking products. From your hand, you can check balances, transfer money, make deposits, and pay bills. Looking for a loan? We've got you covered with our mortgage, agriculture, commercial, and consumer loans. Join our team today. Clay City, Flora, Louisville, and Fairfield Banking Companies. We're the hometown banks, member FDIC, and equal housing lender.
Does your home show signs of foundation problems? Call the experts at Woods Basement Systems. Our Power Brace system can fix the problem permanently and help protect the value of your home. Call Woods Basement Systems today. Woods, the all things basement-y experts.
Mold, rank air, pests, all getting closer to inside your home. With a dirt crawl space, there's no telling what's below you.
A sealed crawl space locks the nasty stuff out, plus can lower your utility bills. Woods, the all things basement-y experts.
It is all things new at Zimdar's Heating, Air Conditioning, and Appliance Repair. We have a new line of heating and cooling equipment and new technicians. Our new equipment line offers 24 months free financing and excellent warranty coverage. Our experienced service technicians can provide you with quality service and repairs on all brands of HVAC equipment. Zimdar's has been serving Clay County and the surrounding areas for over 23 years. The employees of Zimdar's are here to help, so call local and call Zimdar's.
What note he said?
Hello.
Can't you hear me?
Yes, they could hear you.
Oh, they could? But that wasn't anything foul.
No, that's correct. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. You're watching Big Talk with Bruce Dickey on Wabash Catch TV. My guest today is Len Wells. We are going to talk about a wide variety. And I didn't get over there to change the rubber ducky pictures.
What?
I do have rubber ducky stuff that we'll talk about.
That's too bad. That's great.
It's too bad. Yeah, it is too bad. Len, it is great to have you.
Thank you. It's always a joy to be here.
I'm so pleased that you've been able to join today.
I'm happy to be here. Happy to be here.
Because you have been tremendously busy.
Yeah, I tell you what, the last 2 weeks have been a blur.
A whirlwind.
A blur.
Of work
and not a good
non-work.
and not a good blend either. Not a good blend.
Not a good blend. Not a good blend. It all started
the 29th of December.
A pleasant respite between Christmas and New Year's, and
you know how I like to.
And that gets interrupted pretty badly in one day.
Here's what I like to. Here's what I've said about this. 2021, in my opinion, much of 2021 was a dumpster fire.
Yeah.
A smoldering dumpster fire that burst into flames on the 29th of December.
It was just smoldering for quite some time.
And it just burst into flames
at
about 5 o'clock in the morning, 5:03 a.m. to be exact.
All right, now we're talking about. I've got Len here because he is the newsman extraordinaire.
Oh, I don't know about that, but thank you.
And he's been following news and helping get news to people over the 40-year career, 50-year career, 50-year career, and so glad that you're here because you have a unique perspective and may be able to enlighten folks a little bit more than what they've been reading in the paper or what has been
on TV or whatever,
on television about Deputy Sean Riley's passing.
That was just a terrible, terrible, terrible tragedy, and there's just way too much of that going on in this country.
That's right. Well, there was a deputy in Kankakee the same weekend.
It wasn't Bradley, Illinois. Actually, the lady was the officer was shot and killed, and her partner was critically injured, answering a nuisance call.
A nuisance call for dogs barking.
Dogs barking in an apartment. But that was almost the same day. I think it was the next day, or anyway, very close to the same day as Deputy Riley lost his life. But just to kind of give you an idea of how my day unfolded on the 29th, I think it's kind of an interesting story from a newsman's perspective. But my phone started blowing up between 5:30 and 6 in the morning. My phone started blowing up. I was in bed, sound asleep. People were calling, what's going on out on the interstate? They got the interstate shut down. There's cops everywhere. What's going on? And then finally I got the call. I hear there's a deputy that's down, that's been shot. Deputy down. And I said, well, who is it? A couple of people thought they knew, but they wouldn't tell me, which I completely understand.
That's fine, yeah, absolutely. Make sure the family comes first.
So then I immediately started listening to my scanner, and I found out whatever was going on happened at the 115-mile marker, which is 2 miles back west of the Burnt Prairie exit.
Right.
2 miles back west. So it's really pretty close to the Wayne-White County line. Not very far from that. Anyway, so I jump in the car, and I'm going to run down to Chuckwagon Charlie's, which is the exit right there. I mean, I couldn't even get to Chuckwagon Charlie's because they had that blocked off. They had all the exits, entrance ramps shut down because they assumed that whoever had shot Deputy Riley was still in the area. They had no reason to believe that he wasn't in the area. And so they had it locked down.
Because there was a vehicle.
Yeah, so what we know now is Deputy Riley responded to a report of a motorist assistant, broke down vehicle with Kentucky tags, temporary Kentucky tags. He gets there. I don't know the precise set of events that happened. I know the investigators do because they pulled his body cam and reviewed it. But at some point he approached the vehicle and was shot and killed. Shot multiple times in the head and body. That according to the charging instrument filed by the Wayne County State's Attorney and signed by investigator Brian Rawls, who's with the Illinois State Police Detective Section. So he was shot and killed, and the police believe, well, his squad car is gone. Here his body is. I hate to even talk about it in terms of just a person, but there's his body at the scene where he went to check on this car. His squad car is missing, and he's deceased. So they start searching for his squad car. Well, they immediately or very soon found his squad car, and guns were missing from his squad car, and the squad car was abandoned.
Yeah,
nowhere around. So they assumed, well, he bailed and ran off in the woods. So they got people on 4-wheelers. They got airplanes. That was
the confusing thing to me. I didn't know why they had shut down the interstate
because they assumed he was at large on foot.
That makes sense. Okay.
What they did not know at the time, and of course it became crystal clear. I'm talking about the suspect, Ray Tate, 40 years old, from Hopkinsville, Kentucky.
By the way, that guy looks 70.
He looks old. Yeah, and he's got some weird tattoos on his face and stuff, but he apparently used Deputy Riley's squad car to pull over a semi, and he hijacked the semi.
Keeping the trucker with him.
keeping the trucker with him. So that's a kidnapping. That's a carjacking or hijacking. I'm sorry. And off they go to Missouri. Nobody knew this at the time, so they got a big manhunt going on. So, so I'm down there, and there's cops everywhere, of course, and I can't get close to the scene, which I didn't need to be.
No.
Anyway, so I go back to my house, and I'm kind of listening to things, and I get a tip that this guy may have made it to Missouri, and he's anywhere around Southern Illinois still. Okay, so I call up a colleague of mine from the St. Louis Post-Dispatch and ask her. I said, "Have you heard anything about this guy? Did you know we had a deputy shot and killed?" She didn't even know that. I said, "Have you heard anything about this suspect winding up in Missouri?" And she said, "Well, just as a matter of fact, just a few minutes ago, the St. Peters, Missouri Police Department put on their Facebook page that they had a carjacking in St. Peters, Missouri, at a convenience store, and
somebody was shot.
Somebody was shot, injured, not killed, and they think it might have something to do with your deputy over there." So I have ways to do this. I start monitoring the police traffic from St. Peters, Missouri.
Tell you what, let's do.
You want to take a break?
Let's take a break.
Let's do it.
And we'll come back and we'll find out what you were able to learn in your monitoring. All right.
Sure.
You're watching Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. That's Len Wells. Back in a sec.
Does your home show signs of foundation problems? Call the experts at Woods Basement Systems. Our Power Brace system can fix the problem permanently and help protect the value of your home. Call Woods Basement Systems today. Woods, the all things basementy experts.
Mold, rank air, pests, all getting closer to inside your home. With a dirt crawl space, there's no telling what's below you.
A sealed crawl space locks the nasty stuff out, plus can lower your utility bills. Woods, the all things basementy experts.
Scheid Diesel Service Company is your anything diesel full-service center and fuel injection shop. Scheid Diesel offers the quickest turnaround times to get you back on the road. Scheid Diesel can service any diesel engine from agricultural, construction, heavy-duty truck, and automotive. Let Scheid rebuild your pump, injectors, or turbos. Need custom fuel lines? Scheid has you covered. With a drive-in service, they offer a variety of services, including oil changes, engine rebuilds, DOT inspections, and DPF cleanings. For unmatched quality, think Scheid Diesel Service Company. Anything diesel. Hi, my name is Bruce Dickey of Wabash Catch TV's Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Watch us each weekday right here on your local cable station. We're on at 9 a.m. with a repeat at 9 p.m. It's your local TV talk show with plenty of information, fun, and frivolity to get your day started right or maybe even ended right. Please contact me at 665-9970 or at bruced@wabash.net if you are a member of your organization would like to be a guest on the show. That's 665-9970. Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Hey, thanks for watching.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Lemon Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Le Mans always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at lemansonline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
Get ahead of the game at Carter Athletic Academy, where the goal is to transform you into the best young athlete you can be. Train for top performance in football, volleyball, soccer, baseball, and softball. Professional private lessons and clinics are always available with Carter Athletic Academy's expert training staff. Carter's exclusive Hit Track system brings skill development as well as exciting gameplay to batting cages. Plus, the Academy is the perfect spot for your special event or celebration. The Carter Athletic Academy in Fairfield. Morning, folks. Welcome back. Big Talk with Bruce Dickey here on Wabash Catch TV. You're right. I need to adjust my little earpiece thing here.
You need a molded earpiece, I'm telling you.
A moldy earpiece.
Molded, not moldy. It's already moldy, what you got there. Hadn't been washed in about 6 years.
I just replaced it. That's the thing. I replaced it.
It's because the other one was filled up with earwax. I'm sure.
The other one broke.
Oh, okay. That's a different deal altogether.
Yeah, that's a different deal. Len Wells says here, we are talking about the awful morning of December 29th.
Oh.
The awful day of December 29th. Okay, you got the tip from your friend over at the St. Louis Post-Dispatch. Something
had gone down at St. Peters, Missouri at a convenience store where subject had attempted to carjack a vehicle and shot the driver. The driver wasn't killed but was injured and took off. And so anyway, the St. Peters, Missouri Police Department posted on their Facebook page that this incident happened, and they said, we think it has something to do with the
Fairfield thing.
With the Fairfield, well, the Wayne County shooting. And so I immediately, and nothing, don't get me wrong on this, but the state police and all the other police were still under the impression this guy was still in the area, and they had an active search going on. They had a perimeter set up, and there was even some thought or some question that he might have even had a cohort.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but anyway. So anyway, they finally confirmed that he's no longer in Illinois. So he carjacked a vehicle in St. Peters, Missouri, shot the guy or lady, I don't remember, I think it was a lady, and took off in that vehicle, and then made another carjacking. So St. Peters, I'm listening to their traffic and monitoring their Facebook page, which they were updating very, very regularly because it was an active scene, and they were warning the residents, warning the public to be aware that this crazy guys out there carjacking vehicles, and he may have killed a deputy.
Right.
And so I hear them talk about a second carjacking. And I'm listening to all that. Well, I run back down to Chuckwagon Charlie's, and they had just broken down their perimeter because they had finally gotten some information that he wasn't still in the area. And I mentioned to him, I said, I've been watching and listening to the St. Peters, Missouri folks. I said, he's headed back east. He's headed on Interstate 64, headed back this way. I guess that's what. There are several things here that are puzzling to me. Oh goodness, yes.
Of course, the number one being why do
you do it in the first place?
Why do you do it in the first place?
Yeah, we'll never know that.
Why do you go to Missouri and then come back to Illinois?
I'll have no idea.
Lotto tickets or something?
I don't think so, but it's.
I'm sorry.
No, it's too soon, Bruce. Way too soon.
Poor taste. I'm sorry.
But anyway, so the next thing I hear is a dispatcher in Southern Illinois, a state police dispatcher, said, we just got a 911 call of this guy broke into a house and has taken hostages. In Carlisle, which is Clinton County.
Route 50.
Yes, it's so it wasn't Interstate 64. But anyway, he headed back east. And if you look at this, if you look up on the satellite image of where this house was in Carlisle, because I had the address and I looked it up, it's remote. Right. I mean, it's flat ground, no trees. I mean, you can see forever, around this house. So there are no other neighbors. It's just a farmhouse.
Where from Carlisle?
I'm sorry, I can't tell you.
South?
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know. But anyway, so they had hostages taken, broken in the house, armed, threatening to kill. There was a man and a woman in the house.
This is fascinating to me that the dude in the house that he was taken as hostage was watching the news at the time that the guy came to the house.
Yes. I think he was aware that there was stuff going on.
He was aware that something was happening.
So there was a break at some point, got distracted. Mr. Tate got distracted, and one of the hostages barrels up the steps into freedom. Well, they take the person who bails out of the house into custody because they think that's possibly a suspect. That's what you would do until you can figure out otherwise.
But, okay, so the police were there.
The police had arrived.
How had they been made aware of the hostage?
That 911 call, that somebody's broken into our house and has guns and threatening to kill us. Okay. Before
the kidnapper got control of the situation, they were able
to call for help.
Okay.
So anyway, they got the house surrounded. I mean, you look at the aerial photographs taken from various news choppers. I mean, I think I counted at one time 60 or 70 cop cars at that place.
Wow, yeah.
So SWAT arrives. Illinois State Police Tactical Response Team, the SWAT team arrives. Typically in a situation like that, it's going to be a long, drawn-out affair because you want it to end peacefully. I got
to stop.
We got to take another break.
I got to take a break.
Please.
The time is flashing.
I'm sorry.
No, that's fine. I'd rather the time be flashing than you.
Well, I did that one time and you told me never to do that again.
Back right after this. Having car trouble, need a tow, or just some routine maintenance? Butcher Automotive in Louisville has you covered. Locally owned and operated, Butcher Automotive offers complete vehicle repair services along with tire sales and wheel alignment. They're your local Hankook Tire, and Interstate Battery Dealer. Butcher Automotive offers free local pickup and delivery so your car can be repaired while you're at work or at home. Butcher strives to treat everyone's vehicle as their own. At Butcher Automotive, they don't want you to give them your business, they want to earn it.
Does your home show signs of foundation problems? Call the experts at Woods Basement Systems. Our Power Brace system can fix the problem permanently and help protect the value of your home. Call Woods Basement Systems today. Woods, the all things basement-y experts.
Mold, rank air, pests, all getting closer to inside your home. With a dirt crawl space, there's no telling what's below you.
A sealed crawl space locks the nasty stuff out, plus can lower your utility bills. Woods, the all things basement-y experts.
Residents of the Clay County and surrounding area have relied on Clay County State Bank for sound professional service for over 100 years. With convenient lobby and drive-up hours, we are ready to serve you Monday through Saturday. We appreciate all who bank with us, and we look forward to the opportunity of working with anyone who is looking for a community bank to help with their financial needs. Give us a call at 665-3314, visit us online, or stop by and see us on the square in Louisville to experience our friendly personal service.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Le Mans Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Le Mans always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at lemansonline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
I thought I'd lost my business in that fire, but my agent was there before the flames were out. He said, together, we're going to rebuild. Our employees depended on it. My independent agent and auto owners made sure we didn't skip a beat. I mean, we didn't miss a single payroll.
For whatever lies ahead, we're always there. Auto Owners Insurance. North Wayne Insurance Agency in Flora is your local independent auto owners insurance agency.
I agree with you.
I just can't remember the exact.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We're just discussing the origin of the name Peach Melba.
Still,
it's fascinating, isn't it?
it is.
All right, so
Here we are in Carlisle.
here we are in somewhere near Carlisle in a remote area.
Very remote.
Okay,
Very
go
remote.
ahead.
I mean, no neighbors, no trees, no place, no cover for the cops.
Continue your story. Son.
No cover for the cops other than behind their vehicles. Looking at from above, there was no place, no trees or anything to hide behind. So anyway, the police have got this house surrounded. One of the hostages escapes. So you're left with a gentleman in the basement. I say basement because the police could see through a window.
A hostage in the basement.
They could see a hostage in the basement, and they could see their suspect marching around with a shotgun. And so SWAT gets in place, and you would assume it'd be a lengthy standoff. Try to resolve this peacefully.
Yeah.
Don't want your hostage to get hurt.
Yeah.
And whether you like it or not, you don't want the suspect to get hurt either.
Right.
Because in our society, you're innocent till proven guilty.
That's
so
right.
they're not going to.
It's not their job.
It's not TV. It's
That's
not.
right.
It's not TV. So they're getting in place. They're getting ready to do all what they do as SWAT. And I hear shots fired. Shots fired. So there were shots being fired from inside that house, which leads the police to believe he's either killed himself or he's killed a hostage or something. Something horrible has happened. So instead of going with plan A, which is negotiate and try to get a peaceful end to this, breach, you hear orders to breach immediately. So when they breach...
What kind of time frame between shots fired and order to breach?
Oh, seconds.
I figured there had to be just
it was amazing how quick
15 seconds.
It was amazing how quick it was. And according to my sources, flashbangs, which you see that on TV, which are distraction devices, and it ended just that quickly. Nobody got hurt, even the suspect, and the hostages freed and everything. It was just amazing. But the reason why they breached as quickly as they did and as in that timely fashion is they heard shots fired. Now, what was he doing? That's an interesting question.
That's what I'm asking. Yeah.
What he did was he was mad. He was upset. He was something. And he was just walking around shooting the walls with a shotgun, blasting holes in the walls, blasting the ceiling. for whatever reason. Doesn't matter.
Well, the guy was, the
you
guy
still don't know why he killed a cop.
Yeah.
So none of it makes sense. But, he's probably the luckiest man on earth that he didn't get filled full of lead, to be honest with you. But anyway, so he was taken into custody and wound up in the Clinton County Jail. And eventually, I believe he was taken to the Jefferson County Jail in Mount Vernon because they didn't want him in Wayne County. Did you know that they emptied out the Wayne County Jail?
I understood. I heard that they emptied the Wayne County Jail to host the police presence. Was that correct?
That was pretty much it. Plus, such an emotional time for correctional officers he had been a correctional officer
for years.
Deputy Riley had been a correctional officer, so I cannot imagine the grief that those workers were feeling, and then have to go back there and take care of inmates. You know, so that's why they did that. And Sheriff Chris Odie.
I haven't had Chris on the. I typically get the sheriff on the show, and I haven't had a chance to get Chris. He's so new.
If you attended the funeral or watched it online, which I did, Chris did an amazing job in his eulogy, and it had to be one of the toughest things he's ever done in his life. It was amazing. But so here we are, Mr. Ray Tate's in custody, and he's now been formally charged in Wayne County with first-degree murder. Other charges to be filed because he committed a kidnapping, a carjacking, and whatever else in Wayne County. But in St. Charles County, Missouri, St. Peter's, he has 14 charges against him there.
Felonies.
All of them are serious felonies. Armed robbery, carjacking, hijacking, armed violence. Anyway, he has 14 felony charges against him there. They still haven't filed any charges yet in Clinton County based on the hostage situation there and the kidnapping.
But they will.
Oh, yes, they will. And there's more charges going to be in Wayne County, I mentioned. But there's 2 or 3 weeks prior to the shooting of Deputy Riley.
Tell me about he had a rough December.
Yes, he did, because he was involved in a suspected carjacking in Vincennes, Indiana. He was at a convenience store and tried to carjack a vehicle and fired a shot, and apparently didn't accomplish what he had started to do, but he was a suspect then when he showed up here.
And he had an accomplice with him up in Vincennes.
Yes.
Alleged accomplice.
Alleged. All these things are alleged. But it's a shame they couldn't have caught him then. None of this would have ever happened.
Do they know where he hid out for the 3 weeks between?
I don't know. I don't have a clue.
I guess, you don't. The seriousness, the crime was serious in Vincennes, but there's not a manhunt for somebody who doesn't. Who fails in a carjacking. I'm
sure there was a big search, but it probably just couldn't find any evidence and have to give it up. Now, there's a lot of things I don't know about this case, and I probably never will know, but it's just terrible all the way around.
All right. Do you want to tell what happened the rest of your day that day?
Oh, yes. Well, actually, it was the next morning.
The next morning. Would you like to hold off on this?
Oh, why not?
There's more. Let's put the unpleasantness behind us before we get to more unpleasantness.
You think Deputy Riley's situation wasn't unfortunate? But mine's just nothing by comparison.
Yours is nothing.
Nothing.
In comparison. But we'll put Deputy Riley, that momentary.
But I could just tell you real quickly, the legal system is in play and is in motion.
The legal system is going.
People don't be impatient.
And this fella is never going to see the light of day.
It'd be a miracle if he did.
Back right after this.
Make Carnaby Square in downtown Fairfield your fashion leader. We're the little boutique with the big inventory of beautiful, trendy outfits and clothing in a wide array of your favorite name brands. And don't forget our large selection of jewelry and accessories. Carnaby Square is Southern Illinois' largest dealer of Brighton. At Carnaby Square, we take pride in our one-on-one, knowledgeable customer service and look forward to helping you create your own special look. Plus, always free gift wrapping. Find endless gift ideas 24/7 at CarnabySquare.com and on our Facebook page. Shop the fashion leader in downtown Fairfield, Carnaby Square.
Napa know-how.
At Flora Auto Parts, you can count on the Napa know-how experts to have the solutions to keep you running on the road or in the field. More than just your car, your locally owned Napa store carries a large inventory of parts for farms, heavy trucks, and just about everything that moves. Experienced counter people understand your needs and are ready to help with the perfect part at a great value. That's Napa know-how at Flora Auto Parts.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Lemon Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Lemons always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at lemonsonline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
In 1916, Warren Miller chose Auto Owners Insurance. Later, his son made the same choice, as did his grandson. And today, his great-granddaughter did the same. As we reflect on where we've been, we're grateful to our independent agents and to those who have put their trust in us, and to the generations who will. Auto Owners Insurance.
Harrison Insurance in Louisville is your local independent auto owners insurance agency.
Does your home show signs of foundation problems? Call the experts at Woods Basement Systems. Our Power Brace system can fix the problem permanently and help protect the value of your home. Call Woods Basement Systems today. Woods, the all things basement-y experts.
Mold, rank air, pests, all getting closer to inside your home. With a dirt crawl space, there's no telling what's below you.
A sealed crawl space locks the nasty stuff out, plus can lower your utility bills. Woods, the all things basement-y experts.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. My guest today is Gentleman Farmer Len Wells. And
Yes.
the reason I put Gentleman Farmer Len Wells up there, it's because of what happened the next day.
The next day after the horrible events of the 29th of December.
Yes.
So the 30th of December, I pick up the phone and call my editor, or actually the publisher. Hey, boy, did we have a big story to cover, old man.
Huge story. It's going to be splashed everywhere, every paper we have.
Now it was. We had this online in nearly real time on our web presence.
50 or 60,000 hits.
Oh, actually, it was 37,000 hits for
Just that day.
Just that day.
Yeah.
So, how are we going to do this? How much, And he said, well, we've been meaning to talk to you about this. I said, what do you mean? Well, there won't be an issue. The press breakdown? What's the deal? No, we're out of business. Ceased business. Closed the doors and turned off the lights. And that was it. That was the end of the Navigator, Prairie Post, and the Carmi Chronicle.
You have been with the Navigator, the Prairie Post, and the Carmi Chronicle in some fashion for years now.
Oh, yes.
Years and years. 5, 6.
I did not see this coming. I should have, just because of the nature of the newspaper business today, small town newspapers in particular. That's hard to keep it going. Everybody goes online to get their news, and it's just difficult. The postage is horribly high, printing costs are high, and you got to have a pretty darn good income stream to keep everything moving, and it just wasn't there. And so that's what I learned the day after the event.
So,
but wait, it's not all lost.
It's not all lost. You have continued, of course, as an active
news gatherer
for sure to follow this story. Of
absolutely,
course, because
there are a lot of stories.
There are other places that you might be able to provide news gathering capabilities.
In other words, sell my talent.
Sell your talent.
Thank you.
I was not putting it that way, but
I'm not talented, but it's all I've ever done.
You're a tremendously talented individual.
Well, thank you, Bruce. But it's all I've ever done. Since I was 18 years old. That's all
I was only BSing.
Thanks. No, I was heartbroken enough the way it was.
I was only teasing.
Yeah, that's what you always say. But anyway, Steve Hartsock and I are in the process.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the big news.
We're putting together an online version of a area newspaper, an online version.
Really?
Yes, sir. And it will be up and running on or before the 8th of February. It takes time to build a website. And
actually, that's pretty good. You're looking at about 40 days.
Yeah.
From start to finish, because Steve Hartsock was a co-worker with the business.
He was a sales manager, and so with his sales expertise, my news expertise, and then by hiring a website developer, which you have to do. I mean, you can do it yourself, but there's a fundamental problem with that. The moment it goes down, you ain't got but yourself to deal with it.
That's right.
If it blows up, it doesn't work. So anyway, and it's just you can't do a website on your own and do it right. So anyway, he's contracted with a web developer. We've got a lot of sales going on as we speak, but it'll be an online product, all online, and a lot of news, a lot of crime and corruption.
Well, that's that's kind of.
But there's a lot of cases that I'm still following. Sean Riley cases, number one. You got a murder in Grayville that's still hanging. You got Bruce D. Mendenhall's got 3 or 4 murder trials waiting ahead for him as a serial killer. There's a lot of cases that if you report the arrest and don't continue to follow that case, then you're not doing your job.
That's right.
And that's kind of what. That's my bread.
That's part of the job.
That's my bread and butter.
Your job is that from start to finish. Yeah. I mean, because you've been there.
You can sit around and wait for a press release, but that's not the way I operate.
Well, a lot of times,
you'll never get a press release.
A lot of times, the people who are making the press don't want to release stuff.
Exactly.
And that's where you need a good reporter.
And that's why I just have to continue to follow their court appearances. And, I found out yesterday morning, it'd be Monday morning, Monday morning I found out there was an Illinois state trooper up in Fayette County that had been charged with criminal sexual abuse of 2 underage females. He's been in jail for over 700 days awaiting trial. Well, I found out he was going to plead guilty Monday morning and take a sentence. And so that's the kind of stuff
that's the kind of stuff people need to know about.
The kind of stuff, if you follow it, you know what's going to happen. The guy got 18 years. A disgraced state trooper. And again, I could sit around. You could wait for a press release, but you may never get.
Well, see, I always thought that the news came from the little folder.
There he is. That's what a former employer of mine once said.
It was great.
Ladies 5 o'clock in the morning. Now, where do you get your news? Do you get it out of here? Where's that come from?
We're not making that up.
That is not.
That is not made up.
Where do you get your news? In other words, there was a wire machine.
It was a folder.
A folder, or is there a wire machine in the closet?
Yeah.
They don't have a wire machine in the closet like we used to have. Remember the old wire machine?
Yes, I do remember that. And the reason I say you're with a story from start to finish, there are implications in this Sean Riley, in the Deputy Riley story, that folks may not have really considered. I mean, reading the papers, I hadn't considered this.
There is a very
tell me the other implications.
There's a very good chance, and I'm hearing some rumblings of this, some discussion of this. He may wind up being charged in the federal court.
I mean, we were talking about. I was mentioning earlier he'd spend the rest of his life behind bars.
Oh, he's not going anywhere.
And that's true. But his life may also not be to the extent that a 40-year-old would normally live.
That's correct. The feds have the death penalty.
The federal government still has the death penalty.
I may be mistaken. Missouri may have the death penalty, but I don't think he committed any crimes.
Missouri does have the death penalty.
I don't think he committed any crimes in Missouri that were death penalty eligible. I don't think.
Yeah.
He shot somebody and he took hostages, but I don't think he didn't kill anyone, certainly.
Illinois does not.
They do not, thanks to George Ryan?
That's George Ryan, yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, the feds may take this case because of if you consider Indiana, Vincennes, where all this started, all the way through Missouri and back to Illinois, multi-state crime spree, including a murder of a police officer and unlawful
kidnapping's a federal crime.
Kidnapping, carjacking, armed violence, and I could go on and on and on. But the main, the centerpiece, of course, is the shooting and killing of a deputy. And carjacking, I don't know how, 3 or 4 vehicles and taking hostages. And so, it'd be very simple. Nothing's ever simple for the feds to take this case out of the Southern District of Illinois, U.S. Attorney's Office. And I monitor that every day.
And that may reach the conclusion that is probably certainly well deserved.
Oh, yeah. Well, the feds won't take anything if they are 100% certain they're going to win.
Yeah. Well, that's fascinating.
Well, it is, and I hope they take it.
So keep an eye, folks. We don't have a website name yet.
I will let you know the moment I know.
If folks are interested in advertising, get a hold of Hartsock.
Steve Hartsock.
Steve Hartsock in Grayville.
387-2396.
387, what is it?
2396.
387-2396. A fine actor, by the way.
And a great bass player. Did you know that?
Yes, I did know that.
He plays in a praise band at the Rhodes Church in Mount Carmel.
Oh, does he?
Mm-hmm.
Well, how about
familiar with the Rhodes Church? They have the church. They have the big church, or the Rhodes Church is at North City, and then they have a satellite church in Mount Carmel, former North Side School.
Well, how about that? Let's. We've got about 3 or 4 minutes. Tell me a story. We'll end on a happy note.
Oh, sure. So anyway, there's this guy who's shipwrecked.
Oh, this is a joke. This is
a joke.
This sounds like a joke. There's not this guy, then this old boy. It starts out this old boy.
Did you want a heartwarming story or not? Do you want a heartwarming story or not?
Give me a heartwarming story. I'll shut up.
Poor guy washes ashore on a deserted island. Okay.
Can we at least give him a name?
Bob.
Chuck.
Chuck washes ashore.
Chuck from Castaway.
Yes. Yeah. Anyway, so he's there and he's,
Chuck Nolan. There you go. Chuck Nolan.
Chuck Nolan. Yeah. Chuck Nolan. He washed ashore, and it's everything he can do just to survive, and he's there for years. Everybody just assumed that he drowned because the ship went down and the crew died and everything gone. But he made it. He made it there. Okay. So an airplane comes over and says, "My God, I think I see smoke or something there. Maybe somebody on this deserted island." So they call out a rescue crew. This is years after the event, years after his boat went down and he went on the island. So they send a rescue crew. Sure enough, they find this guy got a long beard and everything. And he said, "My gosh."
Well, he hadn't been able to shave.
No. So anyway, he said, how in the world did you survive? Well, he said, to be honest with you, as honest as I can be, is my faith in God.
Well, what a heartwarming story. That's outstanding.
My faith in God is
what kept me out there on that island.
What made me survive is my deep faith in God.
Unrelenting faith.
And then he said, God provided fish for me to eat, coconuts for me to eat, and there was a spring to have water. And he said, I want to show you something else. He said, through my faith, with my bare hands and virtually no tools. Come back here, I want to show you. Walks back in the jungle, and there's this building. Not a very big building, but a building that's kind of roofed. It almost looks like it's got a steeple on it. But it's crude, very crude, okay?
Yeah.
He said, I built this church so I could worship.
How about that?
That's
built himself a chapel.
Built himself a chapel because he's so deeply...
Chapel in the woods. What a heartwarming story.
I mean, he was so thankful.
Thank you very much for providing this heartwarming story.
The story's not over.
Oh.
He built this church.
I thought that was...
No, that's not it.
That's
so anyway, I can understand your faith, building a church. And he said, but I look back into the jungle a little bit. I see another building back there. So what's that? Oh, that's where I used to go to church. Who hasn't heard that before? I used to go to church there.
I've heard that before, but I was trying to remember how it ended. I couldn't remember.
What's that building? I used to go to church.
That's where I used to go. I don't like that place
I don't like them anymore. They're creeps.
Those guys over there, they started.
Yeah, I don't like their music.
Dancing for crying out loud.
I don't like their music. Their hymnals are all ragged. The preacher's an idiot. That's where I used to go to church.
Oh, that's a good one. Len, thank you.
It's always an honor and pleasure to be here.
So much for being here. I've got like 30 seconds to go. If you got
I don't have any more. I'm going to go home and make me a peach Melba.
Go home, make yourself a peach Melba.
Drizzle some rum
toast
on it.
On the side.
No.
That looked good, by the way.
It did look delicious.
That peach Melba. I wish you the best of luck.
Thank you,
Again,
sir.
Take a look. Keep an eye out. Will you come back to tell me
if you'll invite me?
When you guys have your name?
If you haven't been run off.
Yeah, that's the thing.
What happened here? You got a new chair. Nobody told you about that. That chair may be fitted for somebody else.
I'm just glad. I'm kidding. I'm just glad it's not a little stool or something.
Wired up, electric.
Yeah, there you go, folks. Thank you so much for tuning in. We'll see y'all next time on Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Have just an outstanding day.
You bet.
See you soon.